What up guys, this is Bushi-san and this is a video explaining why I was gone for the last month or so. So the first reason was my internet was down for 2 weeks, and yes, Comcast suck, and so I have no internet, so couldn't race, and yes, I was a little bit depressed because I couldn't race, but there's internet, no internet. I can only watch on my phone. But still, yes. But and also in addition, my modem / router also died. I don't know what happened. It just no power to the internet. I guess the internet needs power. I think because we couldn't connect to the internet. The Comcast said the internet was working at the time when I got in my router, or not the router, but the router I had at the time, and it didn't work. So I had to get it replaced. I got to do an RMA on this is because I still have a hardware warranty. It's because I only bought it like 3 months at the time I had the issue. So I was able to get it replaced. But then I bought, I had a new upgrade to my chassis, my new upgrade to racing, so to speak. As you guys can tell, I got a triple monitor setup. I got a SimLab chassis, which I love. I think it's really rigid. It's made. It's different. It feels like you're. I think the best way to describe it is that you are planted. I guess you are planted. You're not going anywhere. So that's nice. I got a SimMagic wheelbase and steering wheel is the D shape. Flat bottom, and I got a Fantastic shifter, much better than a Thrustmaster. I've gone through 2 of those, so I learned. I should have just gone to Fanatec in first place, I think. But whatever. And the Houston View pedals. Now that I think about it, there are really good pedals for like tier level. I never use any other one, but I feel like this is so good. It feels like I'm driving a real car, especially the brake. The brake's starting to really impress me. So that's what I've been doing. I've been setting up my SimLab chassis, putting that together, and then putting the monitor together. I had to wait for that, the 2 monitors, and then put everything together. So that's what I was doing. I would say the last 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks of really just putting everything together. And this was the last piece, the OMP head protections. This come out locally to me, and I had to go buy it because it just looks so awesome. It looked like I'm in a real race car and feel like I'm driving. I would say if you had a headrest, would probably be in a GT3 or GT4 class, not a. I mean, I guess you can drive in an F1, but I don't think an F1 would have this. I think they'll still have this protection. It's just not like this. But I'm kind of trailing off there. So that's what I've been doing. I've been setting it up, my setup. So it's just I was just getting tired of my old setup. I just didn't feel like I could do better. I feel like I was just in a tan can. That's the best way to explain it. It was great, but it just didn't give me the best feedback that I was looking for. So that was what I was looking for. That's what I was doing in the last month or so. And yeah. Oh, and another announcement for you guys, for those who watch my videos and read my little commentary on the videos. I hope you guys do, because those are very, 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 I would say very important, because you get to see who I am, get to see how I was thinking and what I was doing during those races. Because I try to be honest, and I try to sort of give you that driver that's off of that race, and like as he was just walking out, kind of like what they do in Formula 1. The driver comes out and they talk about their races and try and explain what happened. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But this is kind of more post race, where I actually go back and talk about it, or I will try to do it after the race, because I don't have the time. I don't have free time because I work full time. So I will do that, do a little bit of commentary about the races. So back to the point, to the real point, guys, is that these videos that I'm going to be talking about, they are going to be commentary videos. Because I feel like there's in the sim, I kind of look at in the sim community, and I haven't seen any of the video really talk about the driver themselves. I mean, you do see a little bit of those between those gamers, but they don't really talk about what will a driver do to cope. What they do during those races or those fights in the straights in the corners, and even the professional, they don't really talk about that. I mean, I guess it's an individual experience, but I think it's still an experience that I think we should still talk about, because it's taxing on the mind. It's on the mind is very, very, very taxing, and that be something that the community should talk about, because it's like, whether it's in the real race or the real world, it is taxing on the body and the mind. It doesn't. I don't think there's a difference. The only difference is one is real life and one isn't. But that's the task of doing it is still the same. So that's kind of what I've been thinking. I've been thinking just doing a commentary on my videos on my race video, and maybe it may not even be 20 minutes. It might be maybe 3 maybe to 10, 15 minutes. Just depend on the commentary, guys. The reason I thought about that is because, like I said, it's not a lot of simulator or race drivers are really talking about this coping mechanism that we as drivers do. All drivers do somewhat. I mean, I get to a point where it's almost near autonomous. So I guess you do get into sort of that zone, so to speak. But those are far here and there, So, I came up with a nice name, or the name or the essence of these videos are called Toshi. Toshi is basically a Japanese term, a Japanese word for fighting spirit. The reason I chose that word in particular because my name is Bushi-san, Mr. Warrior, and the name is driven from the Japanese culture, or the Japanese samurai code, so to speak. So I think that it would be matching I would say a ring to it, guys. I would say it's a ring, or a nod, to understanding your concept and idea. So fighting spirit. So this video is going to be essentially about what did I feel about when I was during that particular race, and I will explain how I felt, what I was thinking, what I was doing, what prompted my thinking, what came to my mind, what was doing that night prior to the races or after the races, or most likely it's before the races. What I was doing, what I was racing, what got me towards that mode, that fighting spirit mode. So that's kind of the idea of my video, guys, because I feel like this is just my video are an example of coping mechanism for me. Not for everybody's coping mechanism is different, but I will get to the core of it when eventually I get to far enough video and far enough people to really watch my video, and I can explain what it is, at least to me. But so those are the idea of what my video is going to be talking about. Is the fighting spirit is essentially why Goku go to Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, whatnot, those sort of things. And I will talk about those things, or characters, or or stories, movie that I like. So I sort of inject a little bit of me in there too, so that this is genuine Bushi-san, the race driver, the samurai warrior. So yes, those are the videos that is going to be coming out from this point on, and those are going to be the videos about the fighting spirit, not even about the race itself. This is about the coping mechanism, and I will talk about what I did in the races too. And there's certain things that I found that, oh wow, that was great. I will pause it, I will go over it, I will talk about it, and because it's racing, I'm obviously going to talk about it, but it's not going to be 100% on the races itself. It's going to be about how did I cope during that race, or what did I do to cope during that race. So anyway, guys, Bushi-san, I'm ready to head out. I'm ready to do another race, catching up to Senna. I'm far behind. So anyway, guys, please watch this video, watch the next one. I think the next one might be interesting for you, because I think it will be eye-opening. I think it will be, I think you'll be mind-blown. I don't know if you'll be mind-blown, but you will be intrigued. You will be I think you will be like, you know what, this I should watch this guy's videos, and he had good things. He have a good mindset. He's a good, genuine driver. So anyway, guys, Bushi-san out. Take care. Bye bye.